Once upon a time, in the sunlit meadows near a dense forest, there lived a mongoose, quick-witted and agile, and a snake, elegant and fierce. Their reputations preceded them. The mongoose was known for its speed and daring, while the snake was renowned for its venom and wisdom. Though they lived close by, they had always avoided each other, seeing one another as natural enemies. One fine morning, the forest was abuzz with activity. The animals were preparing for the annual Harmony Festival, where all creatures came together to celebrate peace and coexistence. But this year, there was a problem. Two key areas for the festival needed to be set up: the gathering meadow and the celebration clearing. And the volunteers for these tasks were none other than the snake and the mongoose. The announcement caused murmurs among the animals. "How will they ever work together?" a squirrel whispered. "This is bound to end in disaster," muttered a parrot. The snake and the mongoose exchanged wary glances, but agreed to take on their respective tasks. The snake was responsible for decorating the gathering meadow with flowers, vines, and sparkling stones, while the mongoose was tasked with arranging seating and entertainment at the celebration clearing. At first, the two kept their distance, each working diligently. The snake slithered gracefully through the meadow, arranging flowers in intricate patterns and weaving vines into arches. The mongoose, ever industrious, set up wooden seats and prepared fun activities for the festival attendees. But as the day wore on, complications arose. The mongoose's seating arrangements were too close to the meadow, disturbing the snake's decorations. Meanwhile, the snake's vine-laden arches began encroaching on the clearing, leaving little room for the mongoose's planned games. Frustration bubbled over. "You're ruining my work with your silly arches," snapped the mongoose. "And you're trampling all over my flowers with your pointless seating," retorted the snake. Their argument echoed through the forest, and soon a crowd of curious animals gathered to watch. Just as their tempers flared, an old owl swooped down and perched between them. "Stop this nonsense," the owl said in a firm yet kind voice. "You are both skilled and hardworking. But what's the use of your talents if you can't respect each other's efforts?" The snake and the mongoose fell silent, realizing they had been so focused on their own tasks that they hadn't considered each other's needs. "I suggest you try working together," the owl continued. "The festival is about harmony, after all." Taking the owl's advice, the snake and the mongoose hesitantly agreed to collaborate. They walked through the meadow and the clearing together, discussing how to adjust their plans. The mongoose moved some seating further into the clearing to make space for the snake's decorations, and the snake relocated a few arches to create a seamless transition between the meadow and the clearing. As they worked side by side, they began to notice each other's strengths. The snake admired the mongoose's creativity and energy, while the mongoose was impressed by the snake's precision and artistic flair. When the day of the festival arrived, the meadow and clearing were breathtaking. The flowers and arches flowed beautifully into the seating and activity areas, creating a harmonious and inviting space. The animals were amazed. "I can't believe the snake and mongoose did this together," said a rabbit. "It's perfect." The snake and the mongoose exchanged smiles. They had not only created a stunning festival setup, but had also learned to respect and value each other's contributions. From that day forward, the snake and the mongoose were no longer enemies. They became a symbol of how even the most different creatures could find common ground and work together when respect was at the forefront. And so, the annual Harmony Festival became an even greater success, reminding everyone that respect is the first step toward true harmony. The end.